welcome to the Disney News Show. Here's your host, CruellasFurCoat.
Yes, this is the Disney News Show. I am Jay Worthington, aka CruellasFurCoat, and this is episode 62 for Sunday, 13th of January 2013. Now, I hope you're all having a fantastic week. I would just actually like to start off the show by saying thank you to everyone who has subscribed this past week. I think I've had quite a lot of subscribers in the past week. It's been fantastic, and if you're watching for the first time, then I hope you enjoy the show, and that is just great. I mean, I think I've gone up quite a lot of subscribers just in the past couple of days, and it's fantastic to know that you guys are enjoying my videos. But also I'd like to say thank you to the guys who who've been watching the show for a while and who keep on commenting, liking the videos. I mean, it's just great. I mean, just to see getting quite a few likes over the past few weeks on the Disney News Show. It's just great because just for you guys to go and hit that like button down there, it just means so much to me, and if you comment as well, then that is fantastic. So I've been having some great feedback, and that just makes it all worthwhile because as you know, that is why I do this show, to help you guys to let you guys know of all the latest that's happening in the world Disney, and it's great to know that you guys enjoy it. So fantastic start there, start to the year, and I hope it continues throughout 2013. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed last week's episode. Hope I didn't go on too long with showing you all the stuff that I got from Disneyland Paris. I know that took up quite a lot of the show, and I'm sorry about that if you got a bit bored. But there we go, and I actually just have one more thing that I'm just going to show you that I forgot to show last week. So I'm just here, we have the 2013 calendar from Disneyland Paris. This is a really nice calendar which I picked up, so it's got a bit of glare on there. You see it's got some fantastic artwork, and take a look at the back. That kind of shows you all the different pieces of artwork that you get for each month. This month, I'll just show you the first page. We've got a fantastic picture of the chateau, and that is just great there. So I think it's a fantastic calendar. I don't think I'll be writing on it. I just like to keep these things nice and neat, but I've got it stuck up on the wall just here. So that is fantastic. Just another little thing. I probably forgot some other stuff that I forgot to show you last week, and if I do, I'll show you in another episode. But there we go. Obviously at Disneyland Paris, it's like 2 weeks ago now since I went to Disneyland Paris, which is quite incredible really. Time goes so fast. I mean, I can't believe we're already 13th of January. 2 weeks in it to 2013. I hope you're having a good year. Sticking to them New Year's resolutions? I don't know. I kind of am. But there we go. That is that. And just kind of a side point, this weekend is actually the Walt Disney World Marathon weekend. I don't know if I've mentioned that in the past, but some of you might know. So if anyone is actually running in the marathon today, or has run in one of the marathons or the races over the past couple of days, then well done, good luck, all that kind of stuff. Congratulations if you've made it round. I don't know, but there we go. So today, yeah, is the marathon at Walt Disney World. Yesterday was the half marathon, and it's just, I mean, I think it's incredible that that people do marathons. I mean, and to do one at Walt Disney World would just be absolutely spectacular, I'm sure. So there we go. If you are running in the marathon and you're watching the show, then thank you so much. But anyone who knows someone maybe who's running the marathon, then yeah, so congratulations from me. But there we go. So that is the first little bit of start to the show. We're going to get on with some pretty big parks news now, and well, starting off now, Disney Parks made a big official statement this week regarding their continuing advances in technology. And as we've known, the parks and resorts team, they've been developing a more immersive and personal experience for guests at the parks. And up to now, the scheme has included the introduction of the couple of interactive queues at a number of Walt Disney World attractions, such as Haunted Mansion. We've got Winnie the Pooh has got interactive queue, and we've got they're still continuing that with Peter Pan and Big Thunder Mountain, which are going to have interactive queues very soon, as well as the enchanted art on board the Disney Cruise Line ships. If you've seen videos of that, I think it's fantastic, the stuff that they do there. I mean, that really just does look really quite spectacular. and they've kind of been talking about the next stage in the plan, and that is going to be the MyMagic Plus, which will be coming to Walt Disney World in the next few months. And this will give guests the chance to personalise and customise their visits to the parks online by booking stuff like FastPass times and stuff like that before they arrive. Now, this has been being tested at Walt Disney World Resort over the past couple of weeks, months, and apparently they've been getting some great feedback, and from what I've heard, this is just the way to go. And I think booking your own, well, your FastPass times beforehand just is a great move for Disney, because when you're going for your FastPass times, then sometimes it means you get split up from your group, you get you don't get the times you want, you end up running around the parks without any clear sense of where you're going, what times you'll be doing stuff. And I think to be able to get this planned beforehand, for people who love to plan every single aspect of their trip, this is just going to be perfect. For people who don't really want to book and would rather kind of take it as it goes, kind of see what happens during their trip, then I still think this would be great, because it means you'd be able to you'd have kind of a bit of a sense of where you're going, and that's perfect. But this, yeah, it's been tested quite a lot recently, and it looks like the results have been great. And the actual process of this is all going to be able to be done through the My Disney Experience app, which was introduced to smartphones a few months ago. And so we've all known about that. But the biggest, possibly, new introduction at the parks is going to be a piece of technology which will come in the form of a wristband called the Magic Band. And this wristband really looks absolutely spectacular. The actual technology that is going into this is just mind-blowing. And what it's going to do is going to serve as your room key, your park ticket, your FastPass Plus tickets, and a PhotoPass card, and just everything rolled into one. Even your payment method will be done off this wristband. And as I've been saying recently, there is now these new Mickey head kind of scanners or icon things at the entrance to the parks on your room door, well, room key kind of thingy, and you just touch, you get your wristband on here, you touch it to the thing, and it kind of registers your actions. So I think this is just fantastic, and to be able to roll all these different aspects of your trip into one. It's going to have your your dining reservations on there, it's going to have your access to all your things you've booked through the My Disney Experience, and I'm sure Disney is going to use this as well as a way to kind of not to stalk guests, but you know what I mean, to see what certain people do at the parks, because I'm sure they'll have some kind of tracking thing on there that'll kind of give them a better idea of how you're spending your time at the parks. And although some people may think that's an invasion of privacy, and I'm sure you'll be able to opt out or in of that as you wish, but I think that'll give Disney a fantastic kind of insight into how the guest of the parks kind of goes around their visit. And I think it's fantastic. I mean, for me, this is a fantastic step forward, and I think it's been a long time coming, but the advances in technology have really been so much more developed and becoming so much more parts of daily life at the parks and everywhere, that this is just a fantastic move for Disney. So I'll bring you more information as they come, but yeah, the main piece of news that we got this week is about the wristbands, and something else. Disney is going to cash in on these wristbands. I know it. They're going to be selling off these wristbands like with different designs on. I'm sure you'll get a wristband and then you'll be able to personalise it. And for people who don't want wristbands, they'll be selling off kind of watches and bracelets and all that kind of stuff. But I think it looks fantastic, and I don't want to take too much time right now, too much more time, but there we go, and I'm sure we'll be finding out more very soon. But there we go, some fantastic news about the MyMagic Plus, which is coming to the parks very soon. Okay, so next up at the parks, this week has actually seen a couple of changes to the key leadership roles of Disney parks and resorts. And there's actually quite a few things changing in the presidency of the parks, and possibly most importantly are the new Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort presidents. And forgive me if I get these names wrong, but George Kalogridis, I think that's how you say his name, will become president of Walt Disney World Resort, a role currently held by Meg Crofton, who, as you may know, is the president of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts Operations US and France, and she used to also be the president of Walt Disney World Resort. That is now going to be taken by George Kalogridis. I don't know how, that sounds wrong, but sorry if I'm saying that name wrong, but there we go. So that is some news there. He is actually moving from role as president of Disneyland Park, so he's moving from California to Florida, and that role will now be taken by Michael Colgrazer. I don't think I've got that right either, but there we go. Colgrazer was the vice president of Disney's Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World, so he's moving from Walt Disney World to Disneyland, and then that is that. But we now need a new vice president of Disney's Animal Kingdom, and that will now be Josh D'Amora, who comes from a position as head of Adventures by Disney. And if I kept going through the lines, I'm sure I could find out who has moved from, well, is now going to be head of Adventures by Disney, and that could just keep on going forever. But they're probably the three key roles that have changed. So Meg Crofton will still be president of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts Operations US and France. However, she will not be president of Walt Disney World, if you get your head around that one. But there we go. So, very interesting stuff there. They will all kind of take effect from February 1st. So, a couple of weeks, that will all kind of become effective. So there we go. A couple of changes there in the leadership roles at Disney Parks and Resorts. Final little bit of parks news now, and as of last Tuesday, January the 8th, Disney Park maps no longer include the Kodak logo due to the end of the company's sponsorship agreement with Disney. And this, I think I mentioned this a while ago, this agreement ended at the end of 2012, meaning that Kodak is now going to be removed completely from the parks. And so from last week, the park maps, which have always, well, from what I can remember, have had the Kodak logo on the back, kind of promoting the what do you call it, like just photo opportunities and things like that at the parks, but Kodak are going to be removed, and that kind of page that Kodak took up, it now includes information about the My Disney Experience app, which I mentioned earlier on. So this is quite interesting, that they'll be taking away the Kodak logo from stuff like Mickey's PhilharMagic, which was sponsored by Kodak, so let's wait and see what happens there, but I'm sure that'll come in the next few weeks. We will see the complete removal of Kodak from the parks. Okay, so we're heading over to Walt Disney World next, and actually starting off at Epcot, and the newest exhibit in Future World's Interventions opened this week, and it is called Think, sponsored by IBN. And the exhibit examines the ways in which we can make the world a better place through seeing, mapping, understanding, believing and acting, kind of these 5 different key kind of concepts that this exhibit kind of examines. And it all starts with a 10-minute film explaining those concepts before entering a room filled with touchscreens, which help to expand the kind of understanding of the exhibit further. So it looks really interesting. I mean, Interventions is great, and it kind of it's fantastic if you want to learn something really at Disney parks. That's kind of the place to go, and it's just great that they're always updating these exhibits, and I think this looks like a really interesting one. We'll see how long it lasts, but I think it looks very interesting, and you should definitely go and check that out if you're heading to Walt Disney World now. But that did open last week, so it's fully operational now, and so definitely go and check that out if you're at Epcot very soon. Okay, next to Walt Disney World, the next part of the limited time Magic programme has been announced, and it will be a Winter Wonderland character meet and greet location at Epcot's Canada Pavilion. And apparently this will include a winter setting with falling snow, which will run from tomorrow to next Sunday, so just a week through to next Sunday, which is January 20th, and it'll be from 10:30 to 10:30 a.m. to 2:10 p.m. and 3:05 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. daily. And I mean, that's all it is really. It's just a character meet and greet location. And for me, from what I've seen, I've got a bit more about this just later on, but limited time magic is looking to be quite a letdown, or maybe kind of and not as good as people were expecting it to be. This kind of meet and greet location, I mean, meet and greets happen all the time, and it'll be interesting to see who they get out. I mean, Canada Pavilion, you're expecting people like Kenai and Coda, but it'll probably just be the Fab Five. I mean, we don't really know, but let's wait and see. And this kind of thing, I know they've not really done this Winter Wonderland thing before, from what I've heard, but let's wait and see what's happening. And I've got a little bit more about that later on, so just wait up. Next up, as I mentioned last week, the Main Street Bakery closed yesterday for its refurbishment, and during this time, the Tomorrowland Terrace, in Tomorrowland, will be opening for breakfast, selling most of the bakery's items. Kind of the things that you find in the bakery, they're going to be now available at the Tomorrowland Terrace, just during this refurb, during the Starbucks thing, which I'm still not happy about, but that's never going to change, is it? And it's going to be closed until May 18th, so if you're looking for breakfast from the bakery, go and head over to Tomorrowland Terrace. The only thing that you won't be able to get that maybe you would like is cinnamon rolls. They are going to be exclusively available for the moment at Gaston's Tavern in New Fantasyland, so head over there if you're looking for cinnamon roll. But great news that you're still able to get all of the bakery items that you would like. Okay, finally up from Walt Disney World, the Mad Tea Party refurbishment, which I mentioned last week and was scheduled to begin last Monday, looks to have been cancelled, and now the ride did not cease operation on Monday, and so it looks like this refurbishment is off, and there has been no information given as to whether or not it's been rescheduled to a later date, or whether it's just completely called off. So I'll bring you more information regarding that if well, as and when I get it, but there we go. So Mad Tea Party is still fully open, and you can go and enjoy it as much as you want at the Magic Kingdom right now. So there we go, some news from Walt Disney World there. Okay, so next up we're heading over to Disneyland Resort, and first up, the Blue Sky Cellar at Disney's California Adventure closed temporarily last Monday to be updated with new items showing what's next at the Disneyland Resort. And this latest update will include models and artwork based around Disneyland Park's upcoming Fantasy Fair, a new Fantasyland Village Square based around Disney princesses and fairy tales, which will open this spring. So it's great that the Blue Sky Cellar is being updated. I think it's fantastic that they do keep it up to date with what's happening at the Disneyland Resort. And also on show will be artwork for Mickey and the Magical Map, which I spoke about in last week's episode. So that is great. I mean, definitely go and check that out if you're heading to Walt Disney World soon. It's reopening on next Saturday, January the 19th, so it's only a quick kind of get the old stuff out, get the new stuff in, and I think it'll be fantastic to see some new artwork or some new models from Fantasy Fair, yeah, that's what it is, which is heading to Disneyland Fantasyland very soon. So fantastic news there. I love well, from what I've seen of the Blue Sky Cellar, I think it's fantastic, and it'll be great to see, and I can't wait to see what they have in store when it does open next Saturday. Okay, next up at Disneyland, the next part of Disneyland's limited time magic has been announced, and it'll be the return of the New Orleans Bayo Bash in New Orleans Square, and this is something which happened last year, actually, and it'll be very similar to last year's event, and it'll include a Mardi Gras celebration with the characters from The Princess and the Frog, as well as jazz bands and the kind of thing you would expect kind of around New Orleans Square. And this will run for 4 weekends from January the 18th to 21st and 25th to the 27th, as well as February the 1st to the 3rd and 8th to the 12th. So this is kind of, I think it might be a bit of a cop-out for Disney, just kind of saying that we're going to bring back the Bayo Bash. However, it's just going to be part of limited time magic this year. So I don't know. Maybe we'll wait and see if there's something new. But I think they would have done that anyway, even without limited time magic. So let's just kind of hope that there'll be something new. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here with limited time magic. Whether it'll just be this all year kind of things that we have had before, just kind of brought into it. I think people were expecting more. From what I've heard, people are kind of thinking that some brand new things are going to be happening. And I know that kind of the Winter Wonderland thing happening in Canada at Walt Disney World is new, something not happened before. But I don't know. Let's wait and see. I don't really want to get into too much detail about it right now. But yeah. So let me know your thoughts. Actually, do you think that this is what you were expecting? Were you expecting Disney to just kind of bring out their old catalogue of events, or were you expecting new? Brand new things every single week, because that's kind of what I was expecting, and it doesn't look like that is happening right now. So there we go, news from Disneyland Resort for this week. Okay, so that's all the parks news for this week. We're now heading over to Disney Movies, and as many of you will know, this week did see the nominations of the Oscars, and Disney has actually got 5 nominations in a couple of categories, and so here we go. The nominations for Best Animated Feature Film include Frankenweenie, Wreck-It Ralph and Brave, so I think we've got a good chance really of winning that category. I think 3 incredible movies, and obviously I've not seen Wreck-It Ralph yet because it's not out here in the UK, but from what I've heard it really did fantastically, and Brave of course, incredible, and so I think we should have a good chance of winning that. We're up against Pirates, and Scientist, that one, I have not seen it, and Paranorman, which looks quite good. I don't know, I mean, we'll wait and see, but there we go. So that is the nominations for animated feature film. Up in the Best Animated Short Film category is Paperman, which is the short film which, is shown before Wreck-It Ralph, which of course I've not seen yet, but I'm sure it's definitely deserving, and I was quite shocked, I guess, to see that La Luna from Brave did not get nominated in that category, because I thought that was a really fantastic film, and I think Pixar, well, they really deserve to be nominated for that one, but we'll wait and see what happens there. I've heard Paperman is stunning, and so it'll be great if Paperman won, but there we go. And finally, the last one is that the Best Visual Effects category includes The Avengers, which definitely deserves to be nominated in that category. I thought the effects in that movie were incredible, and so there we go. Great news there. So quite a couple of nominations, and hopefully we will get one of them. I think it was no shock that John Carter did not get any nominations. So there we go. That was our other kind of the big movie from last year. We had John Carter. What else do we have? Odd Life of Timothy Green. I don't think that was ever going to get nominated, although I haven't seen it yet. But there we go. So let's wait and see when the Academy Awards are. Well, when the results are shown. I can't remember when it is, but hopefully Disney has got a good chance with that lot, and let's wait and see. Okay, next up, a list of special features for the upcoming release of Wreck-It Ralph on Blu-ray and DVD have been announced this week, and these will include a documentary called Bit by Bit, Creating the Worlds of Wreck-It Ralph, alternative and deleted scenes, and also the short film of Paperman, which of course is going to be on the Blu-ray, and a Blu-ray exclusive feature is called Disney Intermission, the Gamer's Guide to Wreck-It Ralph, and so that is cool that they've got an exclusive kind of special feature that's going to be only on the Blu-ray and Blu-ray 3D, and also announced is that the movie will be available as a digital download starting February the 12th. And this is interesting that the film is not released on Blu-ray and DVD until March the 5th. So nearly, well, it's about 3 weeks, isn't it? 3 and a bit weeks earlier than the actual hard copy release, you're going to be able to get it as a digital download starting February the 12th. And so I think that possibly is because it's got such a such a digital kind of gamers kind of thing going forward this film, that Disney wants to appeal to everyone. And I think I may think they'll be getting quite a lot of people who are interested in the film who wouldn't want to pick up a copy in store, so they'd rather get it online and just kind of download it. So I don't know, it's interesting to find out that they were doing that, and it'll be very interesting to see how that impacts the sales of the Blu-ray and DVD and Blu-ray 3D the products that are going to be in store, just because if people really want this movie, then they're going to get the digital download, aren't they? They're going to stick it on a disc or something like that, and they're going to get it earlier than they would get it in store. So smart move by Disney, I'm not sure. Could it backfire for them? Possibly, and we'll wait and see there. So information about the Blu-ray release of Wreck-It Ralph coming out on March 5th. Okay, and our final little bit of news for this week is that a very first glimpse at Pixar's next short film, called The Blue Umbrella, has been released this week with a short promo as well as a synopsis, and the official description reads: "The film is about a blue umbrella that notices and fancies a red umbrella, and their budding attraction is interrupted by distance and forces of nature until objects of the street come to life and help them reunite." And from what I've seen in a little kind of promo, it looks really, really cool, and I am very much looking forward to seeing this one. I think the whole thing with the umbrellas, it's great, and it's kind of very original, and it's kind of the thing you'd expect from Pixar, to kind of take these completely inanimate objects and give them these personalities. And from what I've seen, I definitely recommend you going and checking out this little video. I think it looks very interesting, and so yeah, that is great. And as you'd expect, the short film will premiere. I don't know, in front of Monsters University on June 21st. So there we go, that is all our news for this week. So I really hope you enjoyed it. This has been the Disney News Show, episode 62, for Sunday the 13th of January 2012, for me, Joe Worthington, aka CruellasFurCoat. Thank you very much to all my subscribers, like I said at the start. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you're a new subscriber, that you like the episode and all that kind of stuff. And don't forget, leave any comments, questions down below, send me a personal message, just like the video if you liked it, or whatever, I don't really mind. It's just great to get any kind of feedback. I mean, that's why I do this, so definitely don't forget to do that. Or follow me on Twitter, I'm at CruellasFurCoat, link will be down below. I love chatting to you guys on there. It's a great way to get in contact, and so that is that. And so yeah, don't forget to tune in for next week's episode. That'll be episode 63 of the Disney News Show for Sunday the 20th of January 2013. I hope to see you there. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you soon. Goodbye.